What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the 40K Cafe, and thank you, Count Von Clout, for the request. For starters, Remembrancers were a special kind of catalogers for the Imperium. Historians, journalists, artists, and more that would go on with the legions and record and analyze absolutely everything that they did to be documented for history. Each and every single one of these Remembrancers would record the glorious history that the legions would experience throughout the Great Crusade, and each within their own way. For the most part, most of these individuals would actually hail from Terra itself, but seeing as they were just serving as another mouth to feed amongst many, as well as they didn't serve any combative purpose, most of the Legion as a whole would actually look at the Remembrancers with a sort of disdain. Remembrancers weren't warriors. As I said, they were just there to depict absolutely everything that happened during the Great Crusade. But the Great Crusade was tough and hard. That being said, Primarchs such as Lehman Russ wasn't exactly looking at them in such a fond demeanor, going to the point and even stating that they should be trained for combat if they desired to depict the front lines of war so much. But of course, not all Primarchs would view them in the same fashion, as Fulgrim would welcome these artistic minds into his ranks. And as I said previously at the beginning of this video, each and every single Remembrancer would depict the Great Crusade in their own fashion, where one may be a journalist, another may take photos, where one may paint art, another may sculpt, and where one may be a historian, others may be singers, actors, or composers. The point is that every single Remembrancer had their own fashion of depicting the Great Crusade and representing it with their own style. But what eventually happened to these great catalogers? At the beginning of the Great Crusade, most of the legions that turned traitor would actually eliminate these civilian-like individuals. Once again, the Emperor's children wanting to stand out as much as possible, they would be the exception, as most of those Remembrancers would actually end up falling to chaos and serve Slaanesh. And yet, despite all these catalogers and all the history that they would record, most of it would actually be lost to time. Whether it be accidental or an intentional act due to the result of the shame that was brought upon the Imperium, much is up to speculation, and we cannot say for certain what the reason was that we have no records, or at least a very limited records of these times. But that being said, Count Von Clout, I hope that helped answer your question. Thanks again everybody for listening. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Drop a comment if there's anything you want to hear about next, and as always, remember to follow for more.